As it stands, I may struggle to pay this month's rent. And I have the ravenous iris to consider.
Maybe he is Phoenix, right? Can't pay rent. Has a sidekick that keeps eating him out of house and home. My God, he's dead!
I mean, that's how he would have died if he did that.
We can only pray that the gentleman's dreams are not plagued with regret.
This game is struggling.
No, this is perfect.
Welcome back, everybody. KVTV on the Sun. We are here in Madame Tuspel's museum, about to go through another Sholmes' brilliant deductions.
No, we're about to witness a murder is what we're gonna do.
Well, let's get started then, shall we? Before Madame Tuspel's vents her anger.
I already have.
Just what I was waiting to hear, my dear fellow.
Yeah, we're here to clean up your mess.
Oh, don't worry, I have experience with flame wars. So, Madame Tuspels, in accordance with our agreement...
She literally didn't agree to anything. Stop hustling her.
You shall now have the pleasure of seeing this famously great detective and temporary exhibit at work.
You at work or Naruhodo at work? Like...
Yes.
Monsters at work.
To begin with, we must ask ourselves what exactly is afoot here in this museum. The answer is revealed by the bundle of banknotes protruding so helpfully from your bag. In my estimation, some £200.
As I said before, that is all my own money.
So what does this large sum of money reveal? Ah, not as much as the involuntary glance you cast, it would seem, Madame Tuspels. Yes, the answer lies where your eyes now fall. The significance of the £200 is revealed by that public notice.
She definitely looked in this direction, it's true.
But I'm not sure she'd sell any of her waxworks, even for £200.
Oh?
She must pour her heart and soul into making them, don't you think? Over and above the wax. If it were me, I wouldn't sell them for anything.
For that much money, I would. But it sounds like that makes me a bad person.
Yeah, it does. Glad you caught that, Naruhodo. Anyway.
Madame Tuspels is the true artist, Naruhodo. I just want to make money.
Yeah, I get where he's coming from, though. Sometimes you just want money.
That's fair.
Well, anyway.
Just don't go into any like bad practices, Naruhodo. I'll be watching you. I see you find some kind of generator that can make wax models by you just typing a prompt. You're going to jail.
No, we don't talk about that.
Okay, now I'm just picturing Olive Green with just like a hammer in the distance, be like, give me a reason.
Wait, what?
Because she's an artist.
Oh.
Yeah, she's an artist.
Go ahead, Mr. Naruhodo. Give me a reason. Give me a reason.
I wonder if the £200 could have some other significance.
Let's follow that furtive glance again and see if there's anything else that could explain it.
Well, she was looking this way, so... Well, okay, what is that?
What's that note doing pinned on the wall there?
Oh yeah, let's see. Dear Madame Tuspels, we've taken the prisoner from this room. The price for his safe return is £200.
You ever think how much of these deductions will be solved if Sholmes just
looked around a little more?
Did his job?
Have the money ready by noon on 23rd October.
What?
Or we will shoot the hostage.
It's just like the sort of thing that's left behind when someone is kidnapped.
Yes, it's a ransom note.
Exactly. Well, I guess we'll just present that then.
You think that was important, Sholmes? You think maybe that was important?
I mean, so here's the deal. Do you want a game, or do you want Sholmes to be competent? You can't have it both ways.
Yeah,
Oh
I've
my god,
noticed
I
that.
just now notice Naruhodo, he has a little mouse on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He sure does.
That's adorable.
It is so cute. I think his name is Shrunosuke in English? Yeah, apparently he's a shrew in English, and I'm like, but that's a mouse. Okay, whatever.
Close enough. They're both rodents.
It's Shrunosuke in English, and then Chunosuke, because chu is the sound that mice make in Japanese,
Yep.
apparently.
I thought it was Pika.
No.
I'm making a joke.
Too many mice in Japanese culture, apparently. The significance of the 200 pounds is revealed by that ransom note.
Quite so, and we must congratulate these criminals on their inventiveness abducting the waxwork. 200 pounds is no small ransom fee, yet you clearly intend to pay it.
The model in question has special importance, so I put together all the money I have.
In summary then, the 200 pounds you have in your handbag is ransom money. Now, let us explore the next curiosity with which we are presented.
Now you will go off on an entirely different topic.
Who is the portly gentleman stretched out so peacefully on the floor? It would appear the man has suffered a severe shock, the cause of which is clearly known to you. Unfortunately, madam, keeping secrets does not appear to be your forte. What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the 200 pounds.
I can't believe people have money. How dare they?
So the waxwork was
I
kidnapped.
mean, Sholmes doesn't.
Where does that
But
leave
he's
us in
Sholmes.
terms of who this is? Wait, what?
How dare people have
No.
money?
So the waxwork was kidnapped. Where does that leave us in terms of who this man is?
We could just ask him when he comes around.
That's insane. We wouldn't do that.
I think the point of this exercise is to understand the beauty of the deduction process, Iris.
Naruto, hold on, no. You're giving into the thoughts.
It's like Professor Oak telling you can't use your bike inside a building or something.
Why not? The other people are using their bikes inside the building.
Oh yes, you're right. Harry's trying so hard. We mustn't let him down.
Yeah, he can keep trying.
Well, there's a little doubt that he suffered a shock. That much seems clear. But in that case, what's Madame Tuspel's trying to hide? Let's have a closer look around. Okay. What the...
Oh,
Ah!
I mean, well, what's that hand behind her back?
Yeah, there's a hand behind my back, and I can't get to it at the moment, but also... Madame Tuspel has very long hair, doesn't she?
Yes, but you couldn't tell looking at her from the front.
You know, it looks rather like a whip, don't you think? Or sort of whip that could have floored the gentleman with a single crack.
What are you...
That seems a little far-fetched, even for you, Runo.
Were we making a Von Karma reference?
Maybe?
Maybe?
This is just Madame Tuspel's right hand, isn't it?
Yeah, it must be. I can still clearly see her left hand after all.
Oh, but wait a minute. This is a left hand as well. Look.
Don't say such creepy things, Iris, please.
And it seems very stiff, too. In fact, it's really hard.
What do you mean? It's made of wax? Why, yes, it is. Let's use that.
Did she greet the gentleman with her wax hand, and then it was like, haha, I got you, and then he fainted?
What dealt the man
In this game, would that shock you?
I mean, given her demeanor so far, I don't think she'd be the kind of person that would do that, but I don't know. That seems like a Sholmes thing to do.
What makes you think that? She could be the culprit of this whole case. You don't know.
This doesn't relate to anything we've been doing so far. We've gone on a random tangent to this wax museum. We're trying to figure out what's going on with Hairbrain.
Okay, but this is also Ace Attorney.
This will somehow be related.
What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the waxwork hand.
Indeed, with a solid waxwork limb, one could deliver a very substantial blow.
That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
Okay. How could you?
The hand protruding from the bottom of your cape. It ought to be a right hand, but closer inspection reveals that in fact it's a left hand.
And somewhat masculine as well. In other words, it does not belong to you, madam. It is the hand of a waxwork model.
Yeah.
Dang! She hit
That is
that
a
whole
blunt
thing.
weapon. Hang on.
She hit that whole thing.
Oh my god, she
How?
does use it as a weapon.
How? Where? Is her cape that long enough to stuff that all the way up there?
Sure.
Okay.
Some of the visitors to my museum can be troublesome.
Is it weird that this makes her more attractive to me?
No.
Alright.
Only if you also are accepting that Von Karma is attracted to you because she whips people.
I mean, she's young, so no, but yeah. Like, you know.
If she was a little older, then yes.
If she was
I mean-
if she was older, yeah, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie.
So if Von Karma was the same age as Spells.
Yeah, that'd do it. That'd do it.
Yeah, I'm with Lewis on this one.
Oh my
Yeah, that'd do it.
God.
Mhm.
These two boys want to get whipped hard. Okay.
But now, tell me about the other Von Karma. How much do you want to date him?
No.
They meddle with the exhibits and cause damage.
So you mean that arm?
Yes, this gentleman saw fit to try to remove it as a souvenir.
What?
No small keepsake.
You're taking a whole branch of a cherry tree when you go to view the blossoms.
I'm afraid I had to teach the man a lesson.
He did nothing
And then
wrong.
Madame Tussaud came in with the arm! Oh my god, she's beating him over the head! JR, I've never seen anything like this!
Welcome back to London Mania!
You confronted the man and tried to take the arm back.
And the result? The scene we see before us. He was knocked unconscious. A point we may need to revisit later, but for the time being, we have our conclusion. Yes, the killer in this special exhibit has been kidnapped.
Amazing.
The question that arises then is
If
what
it's in
becomes of
mismatch
the...
costumes.
Because
Sorry,
the photo...
it's the costume switches that just... Sorry, Final.
It's fine, I had to suppress a laugh too. The question that arises then is what has become of the waxwork that chained hands? Let us consider that problem for a moment.
You cannot possibly be thinking of that problem because you just changed your mind about it.
No, Naruhodo has to fix every single thing about this. What immediately strikes me about this conundrum is the young man standing over there. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only observe his neckerchief.
According to Mr. Sholmes, the yellow neckerchief is a sign to other policemen that some crime is underway.
A way of communicating with his colleagues without revealing his identity, yes. It's a secret that's closely guarded by Scotland Yard.
Except we know, but okay. That Mr. Sholmes didn't hesitate to give away.
He did what?
While uncovering secrets is in any true detective's nature, of course.
Right. Anyway, judging from Madame Tussauds reaction to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, I think perhaps we might not have identified the man quite correctly.
Can we just take the hat off?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a very real person, Mr. Sholmes.
What the?
A very real person.
The man has a stub sticking out of his shoulder where his arm should be.
Oh, well that settles that then.
Right. This isn't a real person at all.
His entire arm's been ripped off, from the shoulder down.
His arm's been... Of course, that ties in with what we just found out. Okay, well...
Take that!
And I go, wee! Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only observe his shoulder stub.
No such boneless humans walk this earth. Of that I can assure you.
Sholmes.
I mean, people can walk the earth with missing an arm, too.
In other
It
words,
sucks, but it can happen. Sorry.
In other words, the man standing here, the young Sergeant John Clay, is in fact defying all odds, a waxwork model.
Defying all odds, he says.
I seem to remember it was you who concluded he was a real person in the first place, Mr. Sholmes.
Never heard of that.
What was that? Didn't hear nothing.
He has become quite a celebrity in London, being the winner of no less than 3 policing awards last year. I simply had to make a model of the man.
He was
Naturally.
possessed with the artist hyperfixation. I get it, sweetie.
What other explanation could there be?
The one you gave earlier?
And it was this detective's arm that was pulled off by the man on the floor in the special exhibit, wasn't it?
Next, we turn our attention to the old man sat before him with the particularly unsightly visage.
And let me guess, he's actually real.
I've been watching closely, and he hasn't moved a muscle. Almost, in fact, as if he were a waxwork.
I mean, he's got the yellow neckerchief too, but it's around his arm.
You know, what bothers me about this is after you told me about how they reuse models, Taisa, this seems like this is a reused model with a few alterations off of the Bobby we met in that one case with his wife. Because he has the same scarf.
Yeah. Yep,
Oh god, it is the same scarf.
it is the same scarf.
But you...
Your reaction only confirms my suspicions, madam. I noticed it at once, of course. Observe. The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork is the obvious price tag.
Okay, the fact that there's a price tag,
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
what it is.
The fact that there's a price tag, I know there's no relation. They're just probably recycling stuff. But it makes me sit here and think, did they sell the scarf?
Yes. You can't prove they didn't.
No,
Unless they show up again and he's wearing the scarf.
He will not appear in this, sadly.
Okay, then yes, they sold it.
A killer policeman called Aldermo, was it? Was he well known?
It was all over the papers last year. But I can't say I know what he looks like. It's a very low price, though. Threepence isn't much money.
Only enough for a few measly hours of gas in Mr. Garrett's delightful lodgings, in fact. Ryunosuke, why do you keep this fact in your head?
Ryunosuke's just like, man, that moon guy, I like him, I think. Maybe. I keep thinking about him at night. Every time I see the moon, I think, yeah, Mr. Garrett. He looks like the moon.
I wonder what the correlation is.
So this is the special killer taken from the special exhibit, is it? The waxwork that somebody stole from the museum and tried to ransom for 200 pounds. Is this crusty old killer policeman Automol? Really?
Perhaps we should have a good look around again and see if another idea crops up.
Well, first of all, if the other guy was, not, well, okay, well.
Yep, not moving.
Look at this. The old man's tapping his foot like crazy.
My god, these waxwork models are insane!
I can't believe that she invented animatronics before Walt Disney did.
He's sending Morse code, guys.
He seems to be fast asleep, though.
He's not tapping his foot consciously then. So you mean...
It must be a Twitch.
Never mind that!
No, this is YouTube.
I was expecting that to come. The point is, WaxWorks don't tap their feet.
Or Twitch.
And look at his arm, too. We've seen a scarf like that somewhere else around here, haven't we? Alright, well, anyway, boom.
Take that!
The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork is the obvious twitch.
Even the most realistic waxworks do not exhibit a twitch.
Sholmes, I hate to break you, when you find about animatronics, you're gonna lose your shit.
Oh, he's gonna lose his absolute mind.
Oh, don't worry, I've already seen Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not impressed.
I'm not talking about those ones suck.
In other words, this splendid old man is in fact a genuine member of Scotland Yard.
Slight shift in your choice of adjectives, then.
And there you have it. Well, Madam Spells?
Actually, wait, he adjusted his armband, but his armband's not there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Some things are, just gonna... I think it's so funny when they wear costumes and they do other things.
Also, when you're pronouncing adjectives back there, I was like, no, Naruhodo would say adjectives because he says objection so much that he just assumes, oh yeah, they must
I
sound
was
the
ready
same.
to say adjectives and I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, what? It was me who contacted the police and demanded that someone come in the first place.
He is clearly fatigued. He is sound asleep. But then, what's this tag about showing a price of 3 pence?
No doubt the price tag of the muffler which the old Bobby purchased recently at a local market. And I presume you've observed the scarf tied around his arm. Does that not strike you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, the secret sign used by detectives to show that some criminal activity is currently underway.
Of course, but as you know, there has been just such criminal activity happening here. As you deduced from the very beginning, Detective.
So, it would seem that we've finally arrived at the truth.
The mouse.
The waxwork of the especially ruthless... Oh, sorry, Ryunosuke.
No, please, go on!
Does Sholmes have a problem in his chest? Because it looks like he was impaled a little bit.
Alright, so I need you both to do it at the same time.
That's gonna be hard through Discord. We tried this before.
Yeah, no, it'll be great. It'll be great.
Okay,
It'll be
let's
fine.
do the DT thing. Pepper pot, pickle pot, purple pot.
What?
No, you say pepper pot, pickle pot, purple pot, and then we say the thing.
Pepper pot? What?
It's like 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, but
Why
I'm
did you
going...
just say 3, 2, 1, go?
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna remember pepper pot. What is this? Pepper pot, pickle pot, what?
I don't know what this is either, but it just sounds like 3, 2, 1, go.
It was something Goku and Piccolo did in GT when Goku needed to get out of hell.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. I've blocked that out of my memory.
GT is
That's
like
what it is.
GT
All right.
is one of the few shows one of the few DB shows I did not watch all the way through. So
No, keep it
Most
that way.
people didn't.
wait. If I read this, that must mean Sholmes has to say the next one, probably. The waxwork, the especially ruthless killer from the special exhibit, has been kidnapped. Does he speak?
Nope.
And Scotland Yard are already investigating.
You know what? That's probably
Why
for
are
the best.
you here?
But the mall's whereabouts remain a mystery. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this horrifying puzzle.
It's like
Excuse me, did you say something about a puzzle?
No, like not this kind of puzzle, please.
Oh. Well done.
It's like Capcom saw that people were reading through the game and were like, oh, people can't read this together because of Discord delay. Let's have this read separately. Zoom with the outfit.
Still a mystery. What a great conclusion.
Deduction complete.
I don't think it is. Part of it's still a mystery.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna worry about it.
The mystery is solved. It's a mystery.
I've connected the dots.
You ain't connected anything.
I've connected them.
I hate
All
this.
sorts. Yes?
No, just don't mind me.
Okay, I won't mind you at all then. All sorts of people visit my museum here. Men and women, young and old. Sometimes they drop in just for a short time on their way back from the pub. I welcome them all. But if anyone tries to damage my exhibits, I do not take it lightly. Anyway, your great deduction was even more enchanting than I could have been led to believe.
How do we not know it's just Natsu Sato in a costume?
Sorry, I was hypnotized by the very good animation. What?
I know, right?
Right, voice line. It was a pleasure, my dear madam. I'm gratified that you enjoyed the spectacle. And as for your rough customer, I've no doubt he'll regain consciousness shortly and return home.
She might list a complaint, but don't worry about it.
What concerns me more is that the waxwork from the special display, if it was indeed genuinely abducted.
Yes, tragically, it was.
Then I would ask you to recount to us the events surrounding the stolen waxwork. In as much detail as possible, if you please.
Are we just gonna ignore the other... Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Very well. But after I have told you what I know, I must insist that you return to your work.
The talents of a great detective could be put to better use, I feel, but as you wish.
Hey, sir, you're the one who
Like,
needed
that's nice and
money.
all, but get back to work.
Tell us more about the stolen waxwork, please.
It was some days ago when I came here in one morning. I immediately noticed that the waxwork was missing from the special exhibit here.
It is your most prominent display, so that's why the curtains were closed.
And I found the ransom note in its place.
The culprit must have broken in during the night and taken it then.
So this waxwork that was stolen, it was a model of some horrible criminal, I suppose.
Of a particularly horrible criminal, in fact. The killer who left a more profound scar on society than any other, I would say. The Professor.
Not a name I've heard of. Yeah, because no one calls himself that, but okay. Who calls himself that?
The Powerpuff Girls' dad.
Ah,
You were immediate on that.
I know, right?
So, Mr. Naruhodo, it seems the circle is complete.
Sorry?
The Professor case happened at around the time I was born, didn't it?
Indeed it did, Iris. 10 years ago, a series of murders that rocked the capital.
10 years ago.
Yes, at exactly the time that Baruch Van Zeeks graduated from university, in fact.
Oh,
And there it is.
what? Surely he's not saying.
So the big event that changed Mr. Reaper's life.
As you've surmised, it was the Professor case.
Who was this professor then?
It was a series of gruesome murders that had all of London gripped in terror a decade ago. After 5 victims were killed, the man was arrested and put to death.
So the professor was Jack the Ripper. Got it.
No, that we already have Jane the Ripper. It's gotta be somebody
That's
else.
different. That's different.
And now he's immortalized here in wax for all Londoners to admire and enjoy. Though of course he happens to be absent at present on... hiccups. On account of the abduction.
But I don't understand. How is all this related to Lord Van Zeeks?
You must first understand, my dear fellow, why it is that the Professor earned such infamy. It was due to the victims he chose, some of Whitehall's finest.
What do you mean, Hurley?
Those murdered by the Professor were some of the highest members of the British aristocracy. Members of the nobility, even royalty. It sent shockwaves through the country's administration.
Members of the... wait! Of course! What Professor Harebrained said. Lord Van Zeeks is from a family with normal blood.
Oh, gosh!
It was the 5th victim that led to the Professor's arrest. The last of the killer's prey was a young noble by the name of... Flint Van Zeeks.
Is he a young noble?
I mean, he would have been young at the time, 10 years ago.
I'm sorry. Did Van Zeeks have a brother? Did we discuss that?
No,
did I
not
just forget?
yet. No, I don't think we brought it up. But
there's so much information being tossed around. My
Yes.
ADHD can't keep up.
So
It's okay.
I'll be fair in some regard. I don't know if we actually brought it up specifically, but we did have a painting that at least I was like, that doesn't look like him.
yes,
Right,
there's
the painting.
there's
Okay.
a painting. There is a painting of somebody in his office. Also, he was 23 at the time. This was 10 years ago. So there you go. I don't believe it. Van Zeeks? If he had his hat.
Well, he's tipping his mask. Same thing.
I'm sure you can piece together the rest for yourself. In the wake of his older brother's murder, the young Baroque pursued a career as a prosecutor, and eventually became the Reaper we know today.
I had no idea Lord Van Zeeks had such a tragic past.
Well, I'm afraid that's all I can say on the matter, for the time being at least. After all, I have work to do. As a waxwork exhibit.
Uh-huh.
It's like, yeah, okay.
I am afraid I shall have to excuse myself as well.
Oh, yes, of course. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Is this voice coming up or no?
What voice?
Nope. I thought
okay.
we were about to.
Okay,
we're about
okay.
to conclude the investigation now. So, well,
We didn't figure out anything.
it's fine.
Okay.
Well, none of the predicted scenarios I've been analyzing involved you coming. Wait, who? Wait, what? Who? Hold on. Who's this? Who this? That's not Naruto. Who says this? Does somebody want to take over? I don't know, Lucian. You can take over. We've all been voicing stuff, so you have a break today.
You know what? I have not said a single line of dialogue.
Exactly.
Since I've been
You
here.
can.
You know what?
You can read this because I have no idea who this is.
I am going to make up a voice.
Go for it.
I don't know whose voice this is.
We're about to find out.
Whoever's voice it is, they're going to be really good at coming up with voices. So I'm going to come up with the most ill-fitting voice. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Alright? Okay. Now.
Barney.
Well, none of the predicted scenarios I've been analyzing involve you coming to visit me here.
You know, oh shit, now you go with that voice. I think this is Benjamin. It is!
It's been too long. It's really has. I'm delighted to see you, Baruch. Did you
Somehow-
like my impression of those cartoons? I've
Somehow
seen
that
before?
cartoonish voice still worked because it's freaking Hairbrain.
How did you like Hairbrain Sylvester the Cat impression?
Yeah.
I was looking back on getting my English accent back, but I seem to have picked up a different one instead.
Been 10 years. And here we are, meeting in a prison of all places.
I can't forgive myself for what happened to Mr. Osman. I just can't. I still can't believe it could happen.
Tomorrow the court will decide.
Yes? I have a young Eastern man acting for my defense. He seems reliable enough, though. It was an accident, a terrible accident. He assures me he can prove it.
I must warn you.
Oh, I know, I've heard already. You're going to be prosecuting, aren't you?
Yes.
Since I've returned to England, I've heard lots of stories. Brooke, are you really?
What?
Never mind. I know you have my best interests at heart.
My friend is on trial. I wouldn't entrust it to anyone else.
Of course, I fully understand. Thank you, Baruch.
Until tomorrow, then. I'll see you in court.
Of course, as we used to say back in the day, if it ain't Baruch, don't fix it.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, they're best of friends right there.
Oh, I hate that a lot. Oh, I hate that. Oh.
Let me just hopefully get some music popping and then we can stop. Alright, it's the 23rd October, 8:52 a.m., the Old Bailey, the defendant's antechamber.
Wait a minute, but that's when the ransoms due.
Shit! Well, we're gonna stop now so I can go pay rent. Alright, see y'all later, bye!
Wait, I said the ransom, not the rent.
Oh.
Same thing, really.
Same thing.
Both things can be due at the same time. Quick, man.
The ransom. The ransom.
The ransom.